and welcome back to another episode of JV Starters. I'm your host, Andy Vigu.
Hey guys, I'm Will Barrett.
Will, it has been a hot minute. I don't think we've done one of these since late March. I'm excited to be back behind the microphone and to have my counterpart up here with me.
Yeah, it's been a stupid long time. Obviously school ending, summer starting, just kind of a lot of stuff going on. Sort of the flip side of that is we missed a lot of very important sports things, so I think we got a lot of ground to cover today.
There was a lot of good stuff in there, and there's content. But
Oh yeah,
anyway, we'll get into it. But I do want to catch up on just a couple of things.
sure.
I changed work. I won't mention my employer on here. I also just got back from a cruise to Alaska, and I am repping my Phillies in the Hawaiian shirt today. So
Oh yeah, that's a great shirt.
thanks. I figured I had to have my have this here. I got one of these for me. I got something for my son. I asked, hey, would you like this or that? His looks more like a bowling shirt.
Mm, I
That's
see.
more his style.
Yeah, I could see him wearing like bowling clothes, but like not to bowl. Like I could see
No.
him wearing a bowling shirt to like the grocery store, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's right up his alley.
He loves to bowl, but he's not wearing a bowling shirt for that. No.
So there's a funny story about that actually. I've been bowling with Jackson one time, and he was very confident that he would come out on top. And the first game we played, he won by a couple points, and then I came out and I dropped a fat 162 on him. I don't think he broke 120, and it was kind of one of those statement moments that I'm sure he like still haunts him. Um,
He's gotten very good at bowling. He's actually done it a couple of times in Ecuador in his mission. So
okay.
he's going to be a little rusty when he gets back, but he does have a good technique. And did he ever tell you about the time shortly before he left that he and I went and did a 2 hour? You rent the bowling alley, a lane for whatever you get till midnight or whatever it was, and we bowled 13 games in a row.
Wow.
My arm was ready to fall off.
My wrist hurts after three. I don't really know how you do
I
13.
Yeah, after by the third one, I'm usually pretty bad. My second game is usually my best. My third one, I start going downhill. He just wanted to keep going, and unfortunately for him, in the overall, I won. I beat him.
See, it's just embarrassing, right? I mean,
Each
like
of
he's
us went
just
on streaks. We won like four in a row. He won four. Like it was this
wow,
crazy thing. But
wow,
yep, immortalized. That's it. Jack, you lost.
as per usual.
And you've got some accomplishments. I don't think we've spoken on here since you went to nationals.
No, no, we haven't. Yeah, Nationals happened. I went to Cleveland with the team. We went a couple of weeks after the opening round championship series. I was named an all-national attorney at that, which is pretty cool. Went off to nationals, competed. My team did okay. I mean, so we were the second to last seeded team in the entire group. So we had zero expectations for ASUB. Came out, tied the defending champions and kept them out of the finals.
Wow.
And then also tied a very strong Fordham team. And then we hit Princeton and Northwestern as well and did pretty good. So, I mean, we didn't place or anything, but a really strong showing. And then just after that, we had our sort of program. We sort of came back in from, the national stage, whatever, had our elections and stuff, and I was elected president of the program. So I'm the president of the mock trial program at Arizona State now, which is super exciting for me, and that's what I've spent so much of my time this summer doing is
As a
logistics and
junior, yeah,
work
that's
and
awesome.
yeah. So it's been great. And then I'm going off in July, the weekend of July 19th, to compete in something called the Gauntlet in Los Angeles, which is they take 16 of the best witnesses from around the country, and one of the people who was selected is my friend and one of the witnesses in our program. And he asked me to come with him to be his attorney. So I'll be going to compete in that, which is super exciting.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, it's
awesome.
been
Great
great.
news.
Yeah, it's been great.
I hope I never need your services.
No, no, I hope not.
But if you do, I am definitely going to look for a Groupon.
Yeah, oh for sure. There's a friend discount. Don't worry.
Thank goodness.
Yeah,
All right, well, let's get to it. We've got some sports topics to dig into. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
please, after you.
All right, this first one is going to sound kind of long. It's going to be a little cumbersome, but
All right.
Rich Eisen, I like listening to his show. I think he has a fun show, and I think he has some pretty good opinions. But he gives these top five lists sometimes, and he gave this one that was terrible. I didn't like it at all.
Okay.
His co-host didn't like it either,
Let
but
me
it
jot this
was
down.
it was the top five quarterbacks under the most pressure. And he kind of went into detail on them. I'll give you the real quick rundown because I'm going to tell you what I think is different.
Okay.
He said number 5 is Tua. Number 4 is Daniel Jones. Number 3, Aaron Rodgers. Number 2, J.J. McCarthy. And number 1, Dak Prescott. The only one I agree with on him is Dak Prescott. And the reason why is I think Tua gets a pass. Everyone knows he's got concussion issues and stuff. No one expects anything out of him. Yeah, he's got this big contract, but I think they already know that that's money that eventually it's dead money. He's just it's a bad contract. Number 4, Daniel Jones. No one cares. No one cares about Daniel Jones. No one cares about the Colts. Number 3, Aaron Rodgers. Look, it's a sideshow. He's this old dude. It's not even that interesting anymore. There's no pressure there. J.J. McCarthy, he says, well, he's been given this Porsche to drive. Well, yeah, but he's not under any pressure. He was a first-round pick. He was injured. This is his rookie year. There's no pressure on him. He's not losing the job or something like that. So the only one I agree with is Dak, although he's even coming off of an injury. So none of those guys, Daniel Jones, he could be out of the league. But the other guys, it's not like, oh, they're going to lose their spot, whatever. So I disagree with that completely. So that's what I'd say there. Now, my counter to this is that I'll run through this, and I'm going to try and do it quickly. And I'll say that I think you can divide the league by their quarterbacks into basically 4 categories.
Okay.
And they are the people that are the public is still wondering, are they for real? The ones who are you're starting to have questions about legacy in one way or another. The third one is, I guess I have 5. The third one is whether these people are even relevant. Number 6 is the people who get a pass. Number 4 is people who get a pass. And number 5 is the group that nobody cares. So this is why I figure there's actually very few quarterbacks who are under pressure, because the ones that people are asking, are they for real? Maybe that's the ones you can say they're under some pressure. I don't think it's fair, but I think topping the list is Jalen Hurts. I love him. I think he's amazing. I think yeah. I think way too many people still say, yeah, but Saquon. Yeah, but Devontae Smith and AJ. I don't think he gets enough credit. So I think he is on people's list of, I'm not sure if he's still the real deal. So I don't agree with it, but I think he's on that list for a lot of people. Next is Brock Purdy, and I think he belongs there, right?
I agree.
He's injured. We got to find out. Was it a one-shot thing? Is he going to keep it up? The third one is Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Okay, we've seen highs and lows with him. Now we're going to see him with a new team, with a recuperating Cooper Kupp. We'll find out some stuff about Sam Darnold this year.
Yeah.
You're not going to like this, but the next one is Justin Herbert. People have questions. Is this guy for real? He looked great in the season, melted in the playoffs. C.J. Stroud, I think, is in a similar boat, but still has a little more runway than Justin Herbert, because I think, he had that great rookie season. Last year was okay. I think they want to see, all right, is this guy actually going to keep going, or was he flash in the pan? Jaden Daniels was amazing last year. Everyone wants to see, can he do it again? So I don't think anyone's throwing shade at him, but I do see how does he follow up on his is he going to be a sophomore slump? Is he going to be good? And then the last one is Caleb Williams. His team made all the right moves in the offseason. We're going to find out. He has no excuses this year.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's the for real one. The ones where there's only a couple of guys, there's 3, maybe 4 guys that you can start just talking about legacy in a way. Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. These guys are winning MVPs, but they can't get over the hump. They can't get past the Chiefs and get to the Super Bowl. So there's the guys that you're like, this guy's on a Hall of Fame trajectory, but is he going to be Dan Marino, or is he going to be able to get into a Super Bowl and win it? That type of thing. Jared Goff might be in that conversation too. And then the fourth one is Dak Prescott. You've had a lot of money spent on your team. We're going to find out. He's in that legacy. He's been around the league long enough. The ones where nobody, it's not that nobody cares yet, but we're wondering, are they even relevant? Kirk Cousins. He's going to get some time this year, I think, because I think Michael Penix Jr. is going to get injured. Zach Wilson. We talked about this before. I think the biggest story in the offseason, quarterback-wise, was Tua. They brought Zach Wilson to back him up. He is going to get time, and he's bordering on is he even relevant anymore. And this is like his shot. Kyler Murray, I mean, what's he done? Bryce Young, Trevor Lawrence, and Aaron Rodgers.
Ooh, not my boy Bryce, man.
I think everybody's wondering if they're even relevant. He got benched last year.
Yeah, and then he came back and had like a top 5 last 6 games or whatever.
And so this season, is he going? Which one is he? Is he going to be the guy?
Yeah.
Okay, they're redrafting because he's not even relevant.
Yeah.
The people who get a pass are J.J. McCarthy, Tua. We already talked about why both of them. I think Cam Ward gets a pass because it's his first year. They're going to, if he doesn't have a great year, they're going to kind of like, all right, he's new in the league and all that. Drake May, I think he did well enough last year that on a bad team, he gets a pass too. Like no one's putting him on a hot seat. Michael Penix, similar stuff, right? There's no hard opinions on him yet. And then the other guys, Bo Nix is kind of like that, right? He's a young guy, did really well, but he's not on the hot seat or anything, right? So they get a pass, right? Whatever they do this year, short of tanking the season, they're fine. No one, in other words, the get a pass is no one's opinion changes after this season with this list.
Yeah.
And so I include on there Joe Burrow, Jordan Love, and Pat Mahomes. I don't think, short of any of them collapsing, anyone's opinion changes. We've already got these guys are good. And then the last list is nobody cares. Giants, Browns, Saints, Colts, Jets, Raiders, Rams, and Bucks. Rams are good. They're a good team, but I don't think they're going to get a lot of headlines unless they can set it on fire. I think they're going to be.
I mean,
they may win the division. They'll win the division
name.
with 9 wins. Yeah, but they're not like no. I don't think
Devontae Adams now too. You got to think.
I think it's a great pickup. So I know I had a little tough putting the Rams on there, but I didn't have a lot of other plays for them. So that's the way I divide the league up in terms of some people are going, is this guy for real? Do we care? Is he even relevant? Legacy time. Nobody's opinion changes. They get a pass, and nobody cares. Do you have any?
That's a lot to unpack.
I know it's the entire league. I took a lot of time. I just wonder if there's anything in there stand out to you that goes, all right, that's way off.
Way off? No. I think to me, like pressure, right? I think it scales with ability. So which is why I think every single rookie gets a pass because we don't know what their ability is, right? Which is obvious. But so to me, I think if going back to the whole top 5, which was the original thing that you went off of, I would put Josh Allen in the top 5. I mean, you're coming off an MVP that people are already questioning, right? Yep. I mean, there have been questions about it. Half the country thought Lamar deserved it, give or take. It sort of felt like here you go, Josh, shut up, here's your award, and then you didn't win in the playoffs again. I mean, I think that's kind of the top of pressure is people who we're never going to question their ability. Like no one's ever going to be like, oh, is Josh Allen really that good? Because it's Josh Allen, we know he's that good.
Yeah.
But being that good and being able to win, I mean, have we seen this are two different things. So I think a lot of pressure comes from the do you have the ability to win and not necessarily the are you good. I think most of your list kind of revolved around the are you even good, which makes sense. But to me, the top 5 quarterbacks under the most pressure comes from the are you able to win, which is why I don't think Jalen Hurts is in there because that dude is
that's what. Yeah, I don't think he's on the. That's a pressure thing. That's why he's in the list of where people are going.
Is he even that good?
I think people still doubt him. I think people still doubt him.
Yeah.
I think there's at least enough people that still doubt him. I think there's a lot. He made believers out of a number, but when you bring in a Saquon Barkley and he does what he did, and you got those receivers, I understand where people are going. Oh, system quarter. Come on, man. That dude's throwing dots.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so I mean, no, I don't. Nothing really stood out as crazy. I don't think I definitely wouldn't give Joe Burrow a pass. I'd say that was probably my biggest one. I mean, I think as long as you're named a top 3 to 5 quarterback in the league, you don't get a pass, right? Like I
Yeah,
just don't think you are granted a pass unless you are Patrick Mahomes because he's won 3 already. So
yeah.
he's kind of exempt because he's already done it. But like if people I think most people would agree that Joe Burrow ability wise is a top 5, maybe even a top 3 quarterback at this point. To me, he doesn't get a pass because it's like, okay, go win. And like, yeah, your defense isn't the best, sure. But like, I mean, with the offense he has, dude, I mean, you don't to me, it's like you have pressure to succeed. He gets maybe more of a pass than like Lamar does because the defense is weak. But like just by nature of being ranked that high, to me, you don't get a pass from anything, right? If we're gonna put you that high, you better perform. If you don't want the pressure, if you don't want the pass, that's fine. We'll bump you down a little bit, which is where I am. I don't think he's top 5 personally, but you see what I'm saying?
I do. And so I like your idea of going, are the guys under the most pressure? Because I didn't exactly go with that idea here, just kind of, here's how I break the league down. And
Yeah.
so I think you're right. Josh and Lamar, and that's why I put Goff and Dak in the same area of,
Mm,
okay, you had these good teams. I mean, Jared Goff, 2 years in a row, supposed to go to the Super Bowl, not making it, right? I mean, we've seen him do a great job in Detroit. We saw him take the Rams to the Super Bowl. We know he's good, but he's at that point where you're going, all right, man, this is legacy time. Like, are you going to make your bones? I mean, are you going to do this? How long is your window open?
yeah. Yeah. Totally. But no, I mean, I think your breakdown of the groups was exactly right. The one thing I'd maybe say is I don't know if the Giants quarterback room falls into the are they even relevant? Purely because Jackson Dart was a first round pick and Russell Wilson is a name. I would think
I,
maybe they're more on the are they even relevant rather than the they are irrelevant group. You know what I mean?
I put the Giants top of the list of the nobody cares because
Like I care.
short of them doing what Washington did this past year and have like all this big surprising win, I think any result they have, 5 wins, 6 wins, everyone's gonna be like just shrug.
Yeah. I mean that's fair. I just think first round quarterback automatically grants you some level of relevancy.
I just think it's funny you've got the two quarterback rooms that I do find the quarterback rooms interesting is the Giants and the Browns.
Yeah, yeah. Who knows what's
You're
going
like
on in Cleveland, man?
3 and 5 guys. I mean,
Knows.
obviously nobody cares about Deshaun Watson. They know nothing's happening there. But the other four, like this is wild, dude. Two of
Yeah,
them, two new draft picks over here, and they traded for Kenny Pickett, and then they got old man going out there with his walker.
yeah, yeah. I
All
mean,
right, what do you got? What's your first topic?
so I kind of wanted to talk NFL draft because it is something that you and I had talked about predictions for. So I
Yeah.
figured sort of circling back to that. Um, I had a couple of kind of key takeaways that come in the form of where people were picked, and I've got it up. Um, I'll preface this with I don't want to talk about Shadur because that's been talked to into the ground, and I don't think we're going to have any novel ideas that sports media hasn't. But yeah, he went 5th round. We get it. Um,
Hang on? Do you intentionally add that little extra deer?
Shadur. I mean that's just how I say it. I don't know. Is that bad?
I don't know. It just sounds like a meme. Shadur.
Shadur. No, that's just how I say it. I don't know.
I I always say Shadur, right? Like just a little softer. I just think it's funny that
You know what it is? Is it's the Saints fan in me. It's the Louisiana accent coming out. The Shadur.
it's the deer. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wasn't sure if you were just having a little fun with his name. All right, go ahead.
Um. So a couple of things. I'll say my biggest, obviously my favorite player in the whole draft is Tedero McMillan. I'm okay with acknowledging my bias. I actually think Carolina was my second choice for him to land behind the
Oh,
Saints for obvious reasons. The reason I wanted him in Carolina is because I've always been a believer in Bryce Young, as you know. The second half of the season showed me a lot. I think the Panthers have kind of left the rebuild. They haven't left rebuild phase, but they've sort of left the bottom of the barrel rebuilding and sort of entered the up and comer group to me. I like him in Carolina because as far as talent goes, he's the clear number one, right? So I wanted him to go to a situation where he could be the clear number one on day one. You look at like a Jamar Chase to the Bengals kind of thing. But the reason I think
You mean
Carolina,
he's the number one on that team?
yeah,
Gotcha. Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
But the reason I like Carolina specifically is I think Adam Thielen, as a veteran, is someone who's obviously been in the NFL forever and has always been very good. I think it's a good person for him to learn behind.
It's a good veteran presence.
They made a coaching change. Their defense, Panthers defense is really solid. So there's not going to be a ton of, hopefully not going to be a ton of like getting absolutely like smoked. Like games should be closer this year. I think in a perfect world, if T-Mac develops how I think he will, I think the Panthers could realistically even contend for the division. Obviously, it's the weakest division in football, but I mean they're still contending for it. So I like him in Carolina. I'm excited to see him. I still think the Falcons probably win the division, but you know it's cool to see. Um, the Saints took an offensive lineman, which is whatever. It's par for the course at this point.
So
Um,
you, I'm gonna interrupt you just for a second. So
sure.
you're saying Atlanta wins the division, not Tampa?
Yeah, I think Atlanta wins pretty easily.
Okay.
I think Tampa finishes third, maybe second. I like Carolina over Tampa personally. I just think
Really?
I think
Okay.
I think if we look at the trajectory, well, maybe. I think it's a toss up. I think Carolina may be a little bit less likely to get second because you're banking on the trajectory continuing. Tampa, you have to bank on consistency for. So it's like, does Baker stay at the level? Does Mike Evans somehow continue this level? Does, Bucky Irving continue to emerge? Does Emeka Egbuka come out and be very good? That kind of thing.
Okay.
So I guess maybe the Bucks are more likely to, but I like the Panthers' upside, I guess if that makes sense.
Okay.
Um, I thought Emeka Egbuka was an interesting pick because I know he got comps to Chris Godwin coming out of college, so I think that's interesting that he's going to that team. It's not the pick I expected from the Bucks at all. I thought they were going secondary, but I mean, whatever. Um, Packers finally took a receiver, which is cool. Um, I don't know too much about Matthew Golden, but I think it's cool to have someone with the potential to be a true alpha in that receiver room. I mean, that receiver room has been like Thanksgiving dinner for 3 years. I mean, everybody's eaten. Like, so I think it's maybe cool to have kind of a someone to project as your clear wide receiver one for the future. And then the biggest pick that I wanted to talk about, which was crazy to me that he fell this far, and I think is absolutely the steal of the draft and will go down, assuming he stays healthy, which is the worry, as one of the best second round picks in recent memory is Will Johnson to the Cardinals. Um, I think it's unbelievable. It is criminal that by far the best cornerback in college football went 47th overall. Like that is
Hmm.
unreal to me. Will Johnson is a national champion, like all American, like was seen by most entering last season of college football as like by far the best defensive player in the country. Or besides like Abdul Carter. Like it was him and Abdul Carter like 1 and 2. And the fact that he fell to 47 is unreal to me. Like I was the kind of thing where I was worried. I was panicking in my room watching the draft because the Eagles were up at 31 and I was like, "Oh my God, the Eagles
They're
are going to get
gonna do it
Will
again.
Johnson. I cannot believe this is happening." And then obviously they didn't take him. But I think by far the steal of the draft. Um, I love him. I've loved him. I think the Cardinals got a really good piece for the future. Obviously, the reason he fell was the injury worry, like this sort of knee problem that we don't know a ton about. I'm willing to set that aside for my optimism and say that I think he's the steal of the draft. If he doesn't pan out because he's hurt, whatever, that was kind of the reason he fell. But those were sort of my big thoughts.
Okay. It's funny because I was not happy with T Mac going to
Really?
Carolina. No, because I feel like we've talked about a little of this before. I'm of the opinion that the only people who should be drafting running backs and wide receivers in the first round are people who have their lines figured out. If you don't have your offensive and defensive line figured out, you don't get to draft a running back or a receiver.
That's
Like
fair.
I mean, I'll go. I'm okay with cornerback, right? I mean, because if you can get a lockdown corner, it can help your line. Like, there's a lot of things that can do. But receiver, like, come on. If your quarterback has no time to throw, like, it's a sports car. It's dressing. So I wasn't
That's
happy with
fair.
that. I didn't think it was good for him. The thing I didn't consider, and I do like the point you made, was that Adam Thielen, at least could be a nice mentor for him. Is it possible that Bryce Young is going to actually show something more because now he's got this great receiver? Hey, maybe he'll be able to get out. But like, he looked like a broken man by the time they benched him last year. So
It's
yeah,
true.
he did come back out and look strong. I guess I just don't have a lot of faith in him doing that again this year. So we'll have to see. So I was hoping. The thing I said about him is I was like, you know what? I'm okay with him falling in the draft. I would rather see him get drafted at the end of the first round by a good team. It could have been the Texans or somebody who went to the playoffs, somebody who
Yeah.
has a lot of things figured out, and they go, all right, we're drafting 28th. We're going to take this great receiver.
I think the
So
Bills would have been an interesting fit. If you went to the Bills, maybe.
that would have been awesome. I
They're
think that would have
also
been really,
lacking
really
kind
good.
of an alpha wide receiver one, same sort of idea as Carolina.
We would have to see how he handled the cold.
Yeah, I didn't think about that actually.
This Polynesian kid played college in Arizona. Like, that'd be a little wake up call for him.
It's true. Yeah.
So yeah, he might have been rooting more for a dome team or something.
Yeah. Hey,
So
I wanted him on the Saints, man. But I also wanted every player on the Saints. So
yeah,
it's
you want everybody on this. Oh my gosh! Now I will say this: we don't necessarily need to go through all the texts, but texting you on draft night was amazing.
Was I saying funny stuff? I don't even remember this.
You were in the depths of despair.
Hold on.
You
I'm not gonna read them. I'm
you,
just gonna check.
you were so low. You were just every time they didn't draft Jackson Dart, or they trade up and then they don't draft
Oh,
a
yep. I'm
quarterback.
looking at it.
And then they draft Tyler.
So that
I
was what
was
got me. So
I wasn't sure if you were going to have a television left after that draft.
I'll tell this story very briefly. So I had to leave the apartment for a little bit to go to practice, like sort of a meeting practice thing, when the second round happened, whatever. I have it up, and I get the notification on the top of my phone that says, because I have notifications on for Saints on ESPN. All the notification said was Saints draft QB ... And I got up in the room, and my hands were in the air, and I said, thank goodness. Thank you. We got Shadur. Finally, a spark plug quarterback. I saw Louisville when I opened the app, and I threw my phone across the room.
it, it was so good. I'm texting, and I was like, "Oh, he is not okay. I need to check in on Will. This is not going well."
I
So,
was levels of upset that I think I've felt, you know, very little the past couple of months. That was bad.
did you like the? I sent you a meme that I thought was hilarious. That Adam Schefter
Yep.
texted. The Saints the Saints stunned everyone by picking Tyler Shug with the number 40 pick. Reports say the Saints got kicked out of the draft, and by the time they logged back in, the Yahoo app had auto drafted for it.
See, I was really hoping you wouldn't bring up the Tyler Shuck thing, but that's fine.
Sorry, but Adam Schefter, shout out.
It's just
That was. I get the text from you. I said, now you have a quarterback, and you say, I've never been this upset, literally ever.
The one thing I will say is it's nice. I wish they hadn't drafted a quarterback because regardless, it's tank for Arch, right?
Yeah.
Arch Manning, 2026, Saints #1 overall pick. So
You know what? I am sad to see Kellen Moore leave the Eagles. He had such a great year for us. I really felt like he should have stuck around another year, see if we could run it back, and maybe get a better job. Just because I thought any of the jobs that were open were not. You're not stepping into something where he has no quarterback. He had to rebuild the whole team. It's not one of these where you're stepping into Caleb Williams and you at least have somebody who was a #1 overall pick and some weapons. So I was like, oh, Kellen, this may not be the right move, but we'll
hey
see.
man, who dat? Who dat, baby? Who dat?
Who dat? All right, my second idea
All
is
right.
a new rule.
Oh, I love these. Not.
The way we fix football is
Okay.
remove the pads and helmets. Yes, sir. Hey, you know what? You don't want to see targeting with the crown of the helmet? Take the helmet off. They'll stop doing that.
You know what I heard recently actually is your local park is open 24/7 where people are doing this. So I mean, if that sounds more entertaining, I mean,
Hey,
I mean, MLK Park is right down the road, dude.
you wouldn't want to see these NFL players playing?
I have no
Come
interest.
on.
No interest.
Come on. Oh, you want to see the brotherly shove end? Yeah, they may not
I've
be
got no
doing that.
problem with the tush push. The Saints voted to keep it alive.
Hey, and I'm glad Kellen Moore and the boys did. But Shane Steichen, come on, voting
I
against it. Come on, this is what put you on the map, buddy. It's the reason you have a head coaching job in Indiana. Those guys.
take the
Yeah,
path. Come on, man.
yeah.
Olympic
Why
flag
not?
football, I guess, if you want, if you're interested in
No, no,
that.
no, no, no. It's tackle, full on tackle.
Teams aren't going to have rostered players by week 5.
Oh yeah, I mean rugby does it. Rugby players do it, and they play constantly.
Yeah, but that's like because that's the sport they grew up doing and they're conditioned to it. I mean, like if
Hey,
you just took all the pads away one day, like literally teams wouldn't have rosters come week 5.
oh, it'd be fantastic. I
It'd
think
be
it'd be so
fun, don't
good.
get me wrong, but
Your wide receivers would be faster. The running backs, that'd be interesting to see those guys go through the line. This is what we did in high school. We played football on Friday night, and in pads, and then Saturday morning we went to the park, and a whole bunch of other guys who weren't on the team would come out and play with some of us on the team, and we would just wipe each other out. And I only saw one kid get seriously injured, and he broke his arm. That was it.
mm.
We did it every week.
You
It
know,
was a lot of fun.
I was doing a turkey bowl one time and Braden Cherry bulldozed me. Uh and it hurt my knees so bad that I sat out of PT for a month when I went back to college.
Oh no!
Anyway, just fun fact there for you.
All right.
I have
So
a counter. I have a counter to this rule proposal.
okay, that's what I want. I want to hear
Here's my
what.
counter.
Yeah.
Instead of taking away the pads and the helmets, I'm moving away from that idea. I think when a player is penalized, you go like hockey and you do a power play. So
Man down.
the next play of the possession, that player, not they can't choose anyone. The player who was penalized has to leave.
Any
And you can't
penalty?
and you can't send in a replacement. So like
False start.
so if we're looking all 11 out there, it's like, first and goal or whatever, and then
Gee.
defensive lineman jumps, same exact play, like same exact down situation, no yards movement, whatever, run it back, but that guy's gone.
You want to talk about not having a roster left? Go ahead. We get a holding penalty on a left tackle, and now we're going to go play with no left tackle.
Just one play, just one play.
Yeah, Chris Jones is going to go eat a quarterback.
But so you have to adjust your play calls when your offensive lineman is out, right? You better throw the absolute heck out of that bubble screen because Myles Garrett is coming 20 miles an hour up
Yeah,
to the edge to
yeah. Micah
rearrange your
Parsons.
skeleton.
These guys would be, you know how much they would be not just baiting guys into holding penalties, they'd be flopping to get a holding penalty because they know the next play,
I see the
brother's going to
upward
eat.
twitch of your mouth, though. This would be fun. Think about it.
Oh,
Think about it. You throw the ball, defensive pass interference. You don't get to move to the spot of the foul, but Jair Alexander ain't on the field no more. And all of a sudden, you got 4 receivers and 3 corners.
so replay third down. Now you're going into some weird package.
I think it would be fun.
Oh, yeah. Now that's the one that I think, yeah, you're going to lose players.
So here's where it gets really fun. Intentional grounding, and you're forced to run something out of Wildcat because Patrick Mahomes is on the bench for a play.
Intentional grounding gets your quarterback benched.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So now everything's Wildcat. Yeah, yeah, and my rule's crazy. It's
I
still
look, man. Look, man, I do this for the love of the game, okay?
I'm sorry, Patrick Mahomes. Step off the field.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I could see this for like a face mask or something serious. Some guy false starts. I mean,
Bye.
who's the is the right tackle for the Chiefs that false starts like every play of
Yeah,
the
every
year?
play. Yeah. I mean, he never gets called for it though, so it's not even an issue.
No, no, I know Lane Johnson also.
And you could get you
He
can get. I
moves.
mean, it can get really funky. Like, what
The
if?
center.
Well, I mean, it gets super funky. I mean, what if you get like an unsportsmanlike conduct from your kicker, and all of a sudden you don't get to kick that extra point? Like, either you're going for two, or you better have somebody else
Oh
out
no,
there who knows how to
I'm
kick.
more worried about losing a left tackle or a center. Those are the ones that worry me.
That would be so funny, though.
All of a sudden, I got like a long snapper in, or I've got a guard snapping the
No, but you
ball.
can't. But you can't replace it. So you just have to move that lineman over. So all
I
of a sudden,
know.
your right guard better know how to snap.
Yeah.
Let's just
Yes.
say you're taking that next play under center. Let's just say that.
Oh my gosh.
I think it would be great.
Okay. Well. All right. What do you got? What's your next idea?
I've got a little activity for you.
All right.
All right, so I think we've done blind rankings before, I believe.
Oh geez. Yeah.
But this I got two new group categories for you. It's gonna be so much fun.
Still blind rankings.
Yeah. So you get
Oh,
just a
I
reminder
hate
for
blind
everyone how
rankings.
the rules work. He has 5 empty slots. I'm gonna name 5 things, and he has to put them in one of those slots, and he cannot rearrange the order. So it would be something like
Oh.
blind ranking these desserts without knowing what comes next. We're not gonna do desserts, but that's the idea.
Oh, I
Okay.
hate blind rankings.
So what I'm going to have you blind rank first is these 5 sports achievements, right? Or accomplishments or awards in order of 1 being the hardest to achieve and 5 being the easiest.
The hardest to achieve for anyone, not for me. This is the hardest
No, for
thing.
for
Okay.
the athlete in their sport.
Okay.
So, okay. So, first up, I've got a hat trick in soccer.
A hat trick in soccer. Does it matter the level?
We'll go pro for all of these, professional
Pro.
for all of these.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're talking a Messi, a Ronaldo, somebody like that.
Yep.
How hard this is? Okay. And so number one would be the hardest, right?
Yep.
I'll put that at. You don't see a lot of those. I'll put it at 3.
3.
3.
Can we jot that down?
I mean, the average player is not getting it. Maybe the best guys are. So
All right. Next up, we've got a triple double in basketball.
5.
I think if I asked you that 10 years ago, it'd be probably a little bit more of a
It
conversation.
would be much higher. Yeah, when we watched Russell Westbrook crack the code for 3 seasons in a row, we see guards doing it all the time. So
All right. Next up, we've got a no-hitter.
ooh, that's either 1 or 2. Shoot, I'll go 2.
2?
Yeah, it still happens with some frequency. I mean, there's probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 a year in the pros. We're talking pros and all these, right?
All right. Yeah, this isn't what I'm giving you, but I'll ask you, would it change your mind if it said perfect game?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
perfect game is much harder.
All right. Next, we've got a 5,000-yard season in football.
Oh, quarterback.
Yep.
Shoot, I don't know what you left for number 1. I guess I got to stick it at 4 just in case this number 1 is impossible and I'll look like an idiot if it's not.
So in case you're curious, the last 5,000-yard season was Pat Mahomes in 2022. He threw for 52-50.
Right. I mean the average guy's not doing it, but someone nowadays more than ever it's more possible. We're seeing more and more 4,000-yard guys at the end of the season. We're like, wait, he threw for how much? So it feels more and more like the 5-minute mile that you're going to see more guys getting close to that 5,000-yard season. All right, what did you leave me at number 1?
So, funnily enough, I think for the first time that we've ever done this, I actually think you had a perfect list. This is the list I had them in.
Okay.
Because leave for you left at number 1 is a hole-in-one in golf.
Oh, yeah.
So your list went hole-in-one, no-hitter, hat trick, 5,000-yard season, and triple-double. which I would argue is perfect. Maybe no hitter and hat trick are the only
If
swappable.
if I knew what they were ahead of time and it wasn't a blind ranking, I probably would move hole in one down just a little bit. I'd probably go no
Really,
hitter. I might go no hitter ahead of it. I,
really,
yeah, because some of that's luck.
yeah,
There is no luck in a no hitter. Well, I mean, there's a little luck, right? I mean, if the ball bounces one way or another or something like that, but and you have to do that over 9 innings, and a hole in one is one shot. You could literally tee it up, hit the ball, it goes in the hole, and retire, and you had a whole. I mean, somebody theoretically could do that. So it's tough and it's rare, but I don't know how much of that is skill and how much of it's luck. But I do know you're not going to make 9 innings, 27 outs just because you got lucky one day.
yeah,
But there's always a lucky break in a no hitter.
true. Yeah, I mean, I
Okay.
think the list was pretty. I mean, I think it was
Yeah.
pretty solid, right?
Yeah. 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 I just didn't know you'd be like, and the other one is make a free throw. Like, okay. All right. Thanks. Okay. Now, do you have another one for me?
I do.
Okay.
I'm trying to find that list. Give me 1 second. I know I have it here.
Okay. Because my game, I've got three things for you to play on my game, but you'll like it. It's entertaining.
Where'd it go? Oh my goodness. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
This list you will be blind ranking things you would like to happen to you. One being I'd be okay with this. Five being this would be terrible. I would not want this. So this is the order of things you would want to occur, and
Wait.
you'll see what I mean.
Wait. One is I'm okay with it,
Yeah,
as
like
opposed
one
to
is
I want it to happen.
no. One is like yeah, okay with it. A little spoiler: none of these are great.
Oh, okay. That was the clarification I'm looking
Yeah.
for. No, I'm
All
not
right.
rooting for any of these, but I
No.
can
Well,
tolerate.
maybe you are if you're a weirdo, but
But
I wouldn't
none of these are
anticipate it.
winning the lottery. None of these are, some great
No,
thing.
well, I don't know. It's blind ranking. You don't know.
All right. All right.
All right,
I
number
didn't know what
one.
the best case scenario was. Best case scenario is I'm okay. All right.
First is you got to take a body shot from Jon Jones.
You mean a punch?
Yep,
Okay. I wanted to make sure that we're talking the same body shot.
yep. Just
Okay.
right in the. We'll say stomach. We'll say
I
stomach.
thought not I don't drink, but I was like, I know there's another kind of body shot. So
No. Like Jon Jones, and I'll clarify with he's not going easy on you.
okay. So, oh gosh, that's either 4 or 5. So 4 or 5 would be I hate it. I don't want it. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, I'll go 4.
Okay. Let me
Because
jot
he's
that down.
breaking ribs. He's breaking ribs.
All right, and this I will say this list does veer a little bit outside of sports for the purposes of creativity because there's only so
Okay.
many painful things in sports, and it's not all
Okay.
pain. You'll see. So next is you have you the rest of your life you speak with RFK Jr.'s voice.
Oh my gosh. I mean, not that anyone watches our podcast now, but I think that would guarantee it's gone.
I yeah probably, and like this isn't just in public. Like this is just your voice for the rest of your life.
Oh my gosh. Look, I don't even know that I have a good voice, but I clearly like to talk.
Mr. Vigio, I love your voice. I don't think there's any. You shouldn't be. Come on, let's not sell ourselves short here.
Wow. Oh gosh. It's probably not right, but I feel like I have to put it at 3 because there's got to be some horrible thing in there.
All right, so we've got RFK Jr. voice at 3. All right,
Jeez.
so the next is you'd be put in an NFL game, and you've got to catch a blind 3-yard slant route, but Ray Lewis is in the pocket. Like he's in the middle of the field. He's inside linebacker, which
Um,
means you are getting blown up opposite direction blind by Ray Lewis.
I'll go 1. I want to be in an NFL game.
All right, we have got permanently deformed at number 1. That
Hey,
is
Ray Lewis is
fine.
older now.
Oh, no, 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 no. I'll clarify. Prime Ray Lewis.
Oh man.
All right, that's at one. No
Okay.
taking it back. Next
Number
on the
one.
list, you've got to go to a very public dinner with Deshaun Watson.
Well, that's two.
Okay.
I can explain that away.
I'm not gonna ask. All
Ah,
right.
I lost a bet. Yeah,
Our
that's how you
last
tell people I
one.
lost a bet.
Our
Okay.
last one, which is your number five, the thing you would like to happen to you the least, is
Okay.
for 2 years, the only clothes you can wear in public is Kansas City Chiefs gear.
Oh. Yeah. I probably should have put RFK at five. Um, I don't like it, but again, if you say you lost a bet and you're bad at fantasy football,
It
you
doesn't
pay up.
hurt you, right? I mean, there's no
Nah, it's
actual
'cause-
physical
yeah,
ailment.
boy, I put the painful ones at one and four.
Yeah, so to recap our list, we've got Ray Lewis blowing you up on a slant route at one. Very public dinner with Deshaun Watson at two. RFK Jr.'s voice for the rest of your life at three. Jon Jones one punch body shot at four, and Chiefs gear for 2 years at five.
Yeah,
I think you messed that one up a little bit. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
did mess that one up. Yeah, Chiefs gear probably should have been number one.
Yeah, I agree. I probably would have gone Chiefs gear,
Like
Deshaun,
I'm not even
Jon
a Chiefs
Jones.
I'm not even a Chiefs hater, especially since the Eagles beat them this time.
Yeah.
I respect them. I like
What if
Andy
I
Reid. I like
so
Pat Mahomes. I like Travis Kelsey. I think Chris Jones is amazing. Like I could get away with that and go, hey, what'd you do? I said, look, I didn't sell out the Eagles, but I lost a bet.
so that placement at five would probably be a little more understandable if it was Cowboys gear, which I thought about.
Oh yeah, okay. See, that's different.
Yeah.
That's different. You're
I
right.
didn't want to be too mean.
No, no. Yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
All
okay,
right.
those are our blind rankings for the day. I think you did all right. I think you did all right. That first one was an ace.
Yeah, and you see this that's why I hate blind training. Because I'm gonna look like a moron at some point on this.
See, I have so much fun with them though.
Yeah.
I love
All
it.
right. Well, you got me with that. I'm like, oh, that's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. Oh, RFK Jr.'s voice. Oh, what a terrible one to put in there for a guy who talks for a living.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We are going to play the game. Which one's not real?
I hate this stupid game. I actually get mollywopped every time we play this. All right, let's go. What was
All
it
right.
last time? The Cleveland Triangles or something? Yeah, I don't care. All right, let's go. I'm
I
ready.
went and rewatched that one just because I was like, I need to know which teams I used before. All right.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You want to start out with defunct NFL teams, defunct NBA teams, or current minor league teams?
So do I want to start out with L, L, or L?
Yeah.
I've got my trusty notepad here because I'm going to be writing these down because I'm thinking maybe if I see them if they look wrong.
Okay.
Let's
right.
go with NBA first.
All right. Your choices for defunct NBA teams.
Can I get a pen? Got one. Okay, go ahead.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay. The Washington Capitals, the Chicago Stags, the St. Louis Huskies, or the Providence Steamrollers.
What was the Stags? What city?
Chicago.
And then it was the Providence Steamrollers and the.
The Washington Capitals and the St. Louis Huskies.
All right. So off the bat, the Providence Steamrollers is a real thing. I'm crossing that off. So here's what I think it is immediately. Everybody knows the Washington Capitals. Everyone knows that. But see, I knew it as what I believe was a hockey team. So I think you went for the familiarity game here. I think you were like, he's going to rule out Capitals because that's a thing that everybody knows. But joke's on me because it's a hockey team. So I'm going to keep that one in the running. The Chicago Stags is interesting because why the heck would Chicago be a stag? Like, as far as I know, you don't have, like, giant deer walking down Michigan Avenue. But maybe that's just me. St. Louis Huskies. I think the St. Louis Huskies is real. I'm going to keep that. But at the same time, that's almost generic enough where I could see you making it. Were the Bullets Were the Washington Bullets and the Washington Wizards ever the Capitals? I don't think so. I'm going to go with the Washington Capitals were never an NBA team.
Incorrect.
Dang it!
The St. Louis Huskies are one I made up.
Okay. See, I was like, it's generic enough where he could have made it.
Yep.
Am I crazy, or were the Washington Capitals the hockey team?
They are still a hockey team.
Oh, okay.
Alexander Ovechkin plays for them.
Okay.
And he's broken Wayne Gretzky's scoring record. So they were big in the news last year when he broke the scoring record.
I love making myself look like an absolute idiot on the internet. All right,
Okay. Defunct NFL teams.
let's do it.
Toledo Maroons.
Hold on, I'm writing these down.
Okay.
Okay.
The Toledo Maroons, the Memphis Willies,
Okay. I'm going to need you to spell that one.
Willies.
One more time. Willies?
Yeah.
Okay. You're just messing with me now.
The Muncie Flyers,
The Muncie Flyers.
or the Providence Steamrollers.
Wait a minute. Hold on just one second. That sounds awful familiar. All right, can we go back? Can anybody explain me what a Muncie is?
Muncie, Indiana.
How do you spell Muncie? Is it with an
M-U-
IE?
Yep. Muncie.
Okay. So I know the Toledo Maroons are real. And I know that the Muncie Flyers are real because I know there's a football team. I know there was a football team called the Flyers. For some reason, I know that because I know that's a hockey team now. But for some reason, I know that was a football team. Now, I don't know if it was Muncie. I don't know if it was that. But I know the Flyers were a football team. So I'm going to cross that off because I don't think in this game you're going to go the direction of this is a real mascot, but I'm going to switch the city. I just don't think that's your style. It's
This
gosh
is
darn
my
Providence
style.
Steamrollers. Providence Steamrollers. It's just here's what I think you did. All right, I'm going to explain the thought process. You knew I would get caught up. You knew I would get caught up on the double. So what I think that the Providence Steamrollers have been both a football team and a basketball team. I think that the city of Providence was so married to this mascot that they made it two professional sports teams. And I think that you thought I would know it's a correct basketball team. So you're like, he'll definitely guess the Providence Steamrollers for this. No, I'm not falling for your tricks. The Memphis Willies is not a thing.
You are correct, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the Providence Steamrollers had the same roster on both the football and the basketball team.
Are you serious?
No, I'm just making that up.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not nice.
But I wouldn't be surprised if there was. They're like, well, this guy, I either had to go back to painting houses or play football. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I know
okay.
nothing about their history, but yes. Yeah,
That
I
was the
thought
win
I'd
I
have
needed.
fun. I'm like, wait a minute. I want to see him get Providence Steamrollers twice.
Yeah, that was the win I needed. Right there.
I was really hoping you'd guess that they weren't a basketball team. And then when you hear them as a football team too, you're like, wait a minute.
I didn't know they were a basketball team. I had no idea they were a football team. That was just an educated guess.
All right. So current, as far as I know, these are current minor league teams. Maybe
Real quick
maybe
before
one
we
of them-
move on, why the Willies? Just to mess with me, mess with my head?
Just,
Okay.
It just seemed like a silly name. Some of these have silly names.
Okay. Yeah, the Cleveland
Okay.
Triangles. Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Right. It
I'm
actually
ready.
had nothing to do with your name. I didn't even think about that until you were asking to spell it. And I'm like, well, like your name if you were Willie.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm ready.
All right. Minor league baseball teams.
Yep.
The Albuquerque Isotopes.
I know that's real.
The Lansing Lugnuts.
Lansing, like Lansing, Michigan?
Correct. I'm assuming it's that Lansing.
Okay. I know that's a thing.
The Chattanooga Chickens.
That's given me some.
and the Sugarland Space Cowboys.
Sugarland? Hold on,
Yeah,
I'm writing this down. Sugarland. Like, is it okay? So first, can I have a couple clarifying questions on Sugarland?
yeah.
Is that a city?
I believe that is a city. I did not look up where they are. I think I know where they are, but I did not look it up.
Okay. So I know the answer,
Okay,
and it's the Chattanooga Chickens is not a thing.
that is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct.
So I knew the first. So I knew the Lansing Lugnuts, and I already forget the first one you said, but I knew it as well. The Albuquerque Isotopes.
Isotopes.
And I know
Yep.
that because that was like my dad told me that like 2 years ago. He was like, "Isn't that crazy?" And I was like, "Sure, Dad." Little did I know it would come in handy this far down the line.
Well,
And so I was.
especially since that was a big thing. That's the name of the minor league team on The Simpsons. They're the Isotopes.
Oh, is it really? Oh, I didn't know
Uh-huh.
that.
The Springfield Isotopes.
Um, so I was in between the Chickens and the Space Cowboys, and initially I was like, Space Cowboys is too crazy to be a mascot. But then you threw in Sugarland, and I was like, if you have two things that are too crazy to be real, they
It's too
cancel each other out.
crazy.
They
It's
cancel each
too
other out.
crazy.
So
Yeah.
the Sugarland crazy, I don't even know where Sugarland is.
I'm pretty sure this is outside of Houston, is my guess.
Okay. So, but you always go with the reasoning that two crazies cancel out to make a reasonable. So Sugarland and Space Cowboys cancel out, pencil in Chattanooga. And I
Noted.
think you said that was right.
Yeah. Yeah, you actually went 2 for 3 today. Do, 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 do. Yep, it's an affiliate of the Astros. They are located in Sugarland, Texas, part of the greater
Wow.
Houston metropolitan area.
Wow.
I was familiar with I knew that there's a Sugarland there. I've got a friend who's from Sugarland. I just
Wow,
didn't know
okay.
if there was more than one. With minor league teams, you never know. They could be
True.
in some very strange places.
That's true.
So, well,
That's a good one. Yeah.
did you have anything else? I know we were talking offline that you were very impressed with Alcaraz getting his fifth slam already.
Yeah, I won't take too long. That was one of the best tennis matches I've ever watched, the Alcaraz Sinner final. I'm a huge Sinner fan. I love Alcaraz. I was going to be happy no matter who won. Just incredible tennis. Sinner, I think, choked it away a little bit. He had 3 match points, but that's just how the game goes. Alcaraz is unbelievable. This is going to be the rivalry that carries the sport for the next 15 years. They will get 15 plus each. And the fact that I was blessed with the third longest Grand Slam match in Open Era history, I think. Just incredible. Never seen anything like. Well, I've seen some stuff like it. 2021 U.S. Open, I think, is when Nadal beat Medvedev in 5. That was pretty. Or excuse me, 2021 Australia, when Nadal beat Medvedev in 5. That was pretty incredible. But this one of the best matches I've ever seen. I loved every second of it. I was pacing around my living room, like pulling my shirt, all this stuff. Incredible match. Very
I
excited for
remember
Wimbledon.
feeling that way watching. I watched Andy Roddick. I think it was Andy Roddick and was it Pete Sampras maybe in Australia back in like '03 or something back around that time.
Uh-huh.
And I think at the time it set the record for the longest, maybe Australian Open. I don't know if it
Wow.
was how compared with other ones, but went forever, and it was just this battle.
Wow.
So,
Yeah. Wasn't alive.
nope. No, it's around that time. You might look it up if you ever get a chance to find that, or at least the highlights of it. That's
Sure.
another one of those. I'm pretty sure Andy Roddick, like Pete Sampras, was the bane of his existence. They would come down to the finals all the time, and Sampras would beat him, like every time.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was fun. We went a little longer than we've been doing in our previous ones, but
It was a catch-up episode.
yeah, we're catching up. We're having a little fun.
Yeah.
So
I had a great time.
I feel we'll try and do this a little more frequently. Hopefully, maybe weekly, but at least twice a month, I think. So,
I agree. We'll make it happen.
all right. Well, Will, thanks again for joining us on back here on JV Starters.
Happy to be back. Let's do it. Excited.
Go Phils.
Go Blazers.